Hey, what's going on, guys? Sam from NewMarketingU, and today I'm going to be talking to you about your social media growth. So why should you be trying to grow your social media platforms, and why is it important, especially if you have a brand or a business, to get more sales, to build your audience, to then want to buy from you, to then support you and share your products and services and the mission you're on with their friends and their peers and their family members? Well, that is it. That is the answer. See, to grow your social media platform shouldn't be grown for clout. It shouldn't be grown for people just to see you and for you to become famous or more famous, because it's vacuous. There's nothing interesting about being famous or a celebrity if there's nothing that you're actually adding to help the world become better with your product or service, right? So if you're not helping the world become better by creating a great product or service, and you just want to be famous, well, that then becomes pointless in my eyes. The only reason you want to grow your social media platform, and primarily, this is just my opinion, stuff like YouTube and Facebook, is that not only are they the most famous platforms to go on, I feel like when you grow on Facebook and especially YouTube, your content lives on for a pretty long time. And I think there's a saying that says something like, once you post something up on the internet, it's there forever and you can't be deleted. I think that is true. I just think on YouTube, your content will pretty much be searched or discovered by the YouTube algorithm that then allows people to discover your video if the algorithm pushes the video to people at random times. But people can actually search for your video that you had recorded 5, 6 and even 10 years ago, and your video then could still bring in clients and still bring in sales. And I know quite a lot of my clients that have experienced this level of fame on stuff like YouTube and Facebook that have like millions of followers. They'll say, well, I actually don't run ads as much as I used to, because I still have people wanting to get on a call with me or buy my product or buy my service from a video I released like 5 years ago. And I think that's ultimately what growing your social media should be. And there's also a noble aspect of it as well, where thought leaders would have an opportunity to get to say their message and their mission to the world, and people to hear them back. And only when you grow your social media do people actually find you and who you are. Only when you become like a Grant Cardone in your industry or Gary Vaynerchuk in your industry do people then find you and your mission and want to support it, and then also want to share it. And quite a lot of it is noble. Like what we see with Gary Vaynerchuk, he preaches a message of doing what you love, not caring about what people have to say, which has been a message that has been preached for God knows how long, right? But doing what you love, not caring about what people have to say, and absolute patience is something that has been preached for a long time. But Gary has influenced a new generation or new generations of people to share his philosophies. And because of this, Gary has been shared and liked and reposted and retweeted and whatever loads and loads and loads and loads of times. So now my question is, how can you do this? How can you grow your social media? Well, here's a few things that I do for my clients. The first thing that I would do would be to speak to them about where they would want to be and how big that they would want to grow to, and on what platforms. I'd usually suggest Facebook and YouTube. That's what we primarily specialize on, Facebook and YouTube. But mostly, in my opinion, is YouTube the one I try to get everyone to focus on, just growing their YouTube channel. And on it, we usually discuss kind of strategies and ways that we can then grow your channel and your audience to then grow your business, right? So the first one will be, what content are you comfortable releasing? And I've seen that when content is pretty authentic and pretty just you and the camera like this, usually works pretty well. So something like this, where it's just a camera and they're talking to someone or their viewer, will be a great place to start. And what I usually do is give them content that they can pretty much record. So this is like content ideas. So I would say, hey, what are your thoughts on recording content about this and this and this and this? And they'll be like, I like this, I don't really like this, I don't think this fits with my brand and my business and where I'm trying to go. Then I'll be like, oh, fair enough, and we bounce ideas off each other. And then once they get to recording that video, I'll try to give them some points to touch as well, and say, hey, on this video, do you think you can touch on this point? Do you think this point is great? And then I'll send them that to record. Once they've recorded that, then they'll send over the footage through, it could be anything, but they send the footage over and we download it, we edit it, we make sure it's nice and it's sparkling and it's the best video that we can actually make it. And this is usually done by making sure that, the first few seconds is like engaging and people know what they're getting into, and then we edit the video throughout, making sure it's great, putting everything that needs to be pretty much put in that video. And we then we manage your channel, so we pretty much manage client channels and making sure that we respond to comments and likes and questions. And then on top of that, even though we're growing YouTube, it's just we not only grow YouTube, but we break down that content that we edited for YouTube into other pieces of content that you can use for other things. So one of our clients now at NewMarketingU, Shama Haider, right? What we'll do for her is, once we've uploaded that and we're growing that channel and possibly trying to run traffic to those videos, is we would take that video and possibly the best part or the best parts of that video, chop it down into content for Instagram, content for TikTok, content for other things, and then upload it there as well, so that we get a kind of feedback loop. So it's people that when we upload, they see it through YouTube. Then when we use that content on Instagram or on Facebook, people then see her there too, and it goes back to YouTube, or it goes from YouTube to Instagram, and it's like a feedback loop in that way. So that's something that we specialize on for clients. We also work on, of course, their graphic design for certain things. That could be for their thumbnails, for their images, for Instagram, for Facebook. And it's pretty much a 360. Even though we're working on one platform, we're working on also different platforms too. And this has been pretty helpful to a lot of clients, because it's like when they pay for one service, they're getting 3, which they find very valuable. Then we always keep in contact with you to make sure that you like what's going on, you like what's happening, you like how you're growing and your brand is growing, and if anything is slowing it or whatever, we also let you know that as well. So that's something that we've been doing quite a lot for some clients, and something that if you would want to grow your YouTube with us and not just have your videos edited, but growing your YouTube, growing your Facebook, growing your social media platforms, i.e. usually Facebook and YouTube, you may want to reach out to us and see what we can do for your business and for your brand. And I'll try to leave a form somewhere along this page so that you can see it, and we'll try to give a free consultation or something for your channel if we can. But yeah, just fill it up if you'd want to know how it could work, and we could probably get on a call after you filled it up if you're the right fit, and yeah, see what we can do. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video has become useful to you in any way, and if it is, just let us know. And if you'd want to work together, fill out the form, and if you're right fit, we'll get back to you and schedule a call and see how we could move forward. All right, thank you.